Good morning, students. Now we are going to start miscellaneous exercise. It is very important exercise and you have to be very careful because each question is of different type. So let's begin the question. In question number 1, question 1, what are given? Different sets are given and we have to say which one of the sets is subset of another one. Like I am reading the question. Decide among the following sets which sets are the subset of each another. Set A, x such that x belongs to R and x satisfies x square minus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0. A is a set given in set builder form, x such that x belongs to R and x satisfies x square minus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0. This is one of the sets. So this is given in set builder form and this one is quadratic equation. So first of all solve this quadratic equation and after that we will have the element of the set. So see how to solve. This is x square minus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0. 6 2s are 12, 6 plus 2 is 8. So we have x square minus 6x minus 2x plus 12 is equal to 0. X is common, we have x minus 6, minus 2 is common, we have x minus 6 is equal to 0. X minus 2 and x minus 6 is equal to 0. We have x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 6. So we have got two elements of the set. So we can write the set A like this, 2 comma 6. Let's see, set B is given 2 4 6, 2 4 6. Set C is given set of all even natural numbers. We have 2, 4, 6 and so on. Set D is given having a single element 6. Single element 6. Now everything is clear. These are 4 sets and you have to identify which set is subset of each other. It is very clear. Now you can write 2 6 is found in here in B, 2 6 is found in C. So A is subset of B, A is subset of C. You see B 2 4 6 is found in C. So B is subset of C. You see D is found in A, D is found in B, D is found in C. So D is subset of A, D is subset of B, D is subset of C. So you have to write all. So you can write this yourself. Is it? So this was very simple question. Let's solve. Question number 2. In this question we are given in each of the following determine whether the statement is true or false. If it is true, prove it. If it is false, give an example. Is it? Second question. The first one is x belongs to A and x belongs to B, then x belongs to B. x belongs to A and A belongs to B, then x belongs to B. See, this is a set. A set is never belonging to another set. So clearly it is false. So we have to give one example. So let give the example. Let we have a set A having elements, suppose x, y and z. A set B, see, having elements like this, x, y, z. X, y, z are the elements in bracket, and take one more, A and B. So let's see, here x belongs to A. See, x belongs to A, and this element x, y, z are the elements in bracket, and this is the element of A. So A is belonging to B and A belongs to B, but single x cannot be separated because x, y, z are a single element. So x does not belong to B. So this is how you can write the reason. This was first part. Let's see the second part. In second part we are given A is subset of B and B belongs to C, then A belongs to C. The same question. A set cannot belong to another set. This is given, B belongs to C. I am writing A is subset of B, B belongs to C, then A belongs to C. It is again false. Why it is false? A set cannot belong to another set. A set is subset of another set. So again we can take example. A is subset of B. So how to write? Let A is an element containing A comma B, and B is an element, B is a set having A, B and C. C is a set having A, B, C containing a element, single element, and you can write another element D also. So C, A is subset of B, A is subset of B, and you see B is subset of C, or B belongs to C. All the elements of B are found in C. But what we say, this AB cannot be separated here. A does not belong to C. A does not belong to C. So this is how you can write the reason. This was the second part. Is it clear? Now let's see the third part. I am removing this. You can pause the video and note the solution. In third part, given A is subset of B, B is subset of C, then A is subset of C. In third part, A is subset of B, B is subset of C, then A is subset of C. True. It is true. Why true? Let's see. Let x belongs to A, then x belongs to B. Why? Since A is subset of B. A is subset of B. A is subset of B means all the elements of A are found in B. So if element is found in A, then element will found be in B. Then X belongs to C also. Why? Since B is subset of C, because all the elements of B are found in C. So if element is in B, then element is in C. So here element is in A and element is in C. Since X belongs to A and X belongs to C, therefore A is subset of C. A is subset of C. Proved. This is third part. Is it okay? Now let's see the fourth part. Fourth part is given. If A is not subset of B, B is not subset of C, then A is not subset of C. Then A is not subset of C. It is false statement. And if it is false, we can give an example. So we can take like, let A is equal to 1 2 3. B we may take another set 1 3 5, and C we can take 1 2 3 4. See, you may take another example also, just I have taken my own. So you may take another one. See, A is subset of, A is not subset of B. Clearly, B is not subset of C. But you see, 1, 2, 3 is found here in C. So A is subset of C. So here A is subset, not subset of B. B is not subset of C. But here what we have? A is subset of C. This is why it is false. So this is very simple. These are very simple questions. You have to write the other two parts yourself. Other two parts yourself. Is it okay? I have done 4 parts. So you have to write other 2 parts yourself. Okay? Now we are coming to question number 3. We are coming to question number 3. It is very important question and interesting question. See, I am reading the question. Question number 3. Given, let A, B, C are the sets such that A union B is equal to A union C and A intersection B is equal to A intersection C, then show that B is equal to C. What are given? Given that A union B is equal to A union C and A intersection B is equal to A intersection C, then B is equal to C. We have to prove it. Now let's see. These two conditions are given. With the help of these two conditions, we have to show B is equal to C. B is a set, C is a set, and I have told already that two sets are equal only when they are subset to each other. Means B is subset of C and C is subset of B, then we can write. Or we can show left hand side equal to right hand side, then it is okay. So what to do? We may take any of the given conditions, whether it is union condition or intersection conditions. If we take union condition, so we prefix intersection of B, because we have to prove B is equal to C, and then prefix intersection C. If you take intersection condition, so prefix union of B and union of C. So I am taking like this, C, taking A union B is equal to A union C. So we have to prove B is equal to C. So what to do? We have taken the union condition, so prefix B intersection on both sides, means like this, B intersection A union B is equal to B intersection A union C. Is it? Because we have to prove B is equal to C. Now apply the distributive property. What we have? B intersection A, B intersection A union B intersection B, this side, and this side we have B intersection A union B intersection C. B intersection A can be written as A intersection B, and B intersection B is equal to what? B is equal to B intersection A can be written as A intersection B union B intersection C. See the left side. We have A intersection B, A intersection B union B. What is the result of this? A intersection B and union B. That is equal to what? That is equal to B. This is equal to B, and this is A intersection B union B intersection C. Let this is question number 1. Now again we will take this, because we have got the value of B. If we get the value of C same as this, it means B is equal to C. So we write again A union B is equal to A union C, and prefix intersection C on both sides. So we write C intersection A union B is equal to C intersection A union C. Apply. We have C intersection A union C intersection B. This side C intersection A, C intersection A union C intersection C. See, C intersection A can be written as A intersection C union C intersection B is B intersection C. C intersection A is A intersection C, and C intersection C is C. A intersection C is equal to what? A intersection C is equal to what? A intersection B. So we can write here A intersection B union B intersection C, and here C, A intersection C union C is equal to what? C. Here you can write the reason, since A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. Reason. So see, this is equation number 2. Equation number 2. So from 1, B is equal to A intersection B union B intersection C, and C is equal to A intersection B union B intersection C. So 1 or 2 are same. So we write from 1 and 2, B is equal to C. This was to prove. This was to prove. Any doubt? तो this is how we can prove this question. This is important one, so you can note it in your notebook. You can pause the video and you can note the solution also. Is it? Now we are coming to solve question number 4. Is again interesting question. Fourth question, given that show that the following 4 conditions are equivalent. 4 conditions are given and we have to show whether they are equivalent. So I am writing the first part, A is subset of B. Second one is A minus B is equal to 5. Third one is A union B is equal to B. And the fourth one is A intersection B is equal to A. So how to show it? See, we take 2 conditions together. We will show first and second are equivalent, second and third are equivalent, third and fourth are equivalent, fourth and first are equivalent. Is it? So how to write? Taking first imply second, like this. So what is first? A is subset of B, means if x belongs to A and x belongs to B. X belongs to A and x belongs to B. Why? If x is any element in A, then x will be found in B. What is A minus B? A minus B is what? Means element of A which is not found in B. So if all the elements of A are found in B, then what is A minus B? Then A minus B is equal to what? 5. A minus B is equal to 5. So this is first and second part equivalent. Take the second and third. Taking second and third like this, means A minus B is equal to 5. Means what? If x belongs to A, then x belongs to A, then x belongs to B. Why? Since A minus B is equal to 5. Means what? None of the elements of A are found in B. So A minus B is equal to 5 is given. Then what is A union B? What can we say? Then if we find and then A is subset of B according to this reason, and if A is subset of B, therefore what is A union B? A union B is equal to what? A union B is equal to B. Now taking third and fourth, we are given A union B is equal to B. What does it mean? Means elements of A are found in B. Since then what? A belongs to, sorry, X belongs to A and then X belongs to B, because A union B is equal to B. So if A union B is equal to B, the element of A is found in element of in B also. So what can we say? We can say that X belongs to A intersection B, and then A intersection B is equal to what? A, since A is subset of B. This is third and fourth part. Let's see fourth and first part. Fourth and first part. Since A intersection B is equal to A, means X belongs to A and X belongs to B, then what we have? A is subset of B. So this is all about. Hence we can write like this: first is equivalent to second, is equivalent to third, is equivalent to fourth. This is how we write the answer of this question. Is it okay? See, you can see for a minute, you can pause the video and you can note the solution of the question. Very simple one. Let's see one more question. Question number 5. Question number 5 is very small question. Show that if A is subset of B, then C minus B is subset of C minus A. If A is subset of B, then C minus B is subset of C minus A. So we can assume any element of C minus B. Let X belongs to C minus B. What does it mean? It means X is belonging to C, but X is not belonging to B. Then what we can say? X belongs to C and X does not belong to B. But what we say? A is subset of B. If X is not found in B, since A is subset of B and X does not belong to B, all the elements of A are in B and X is not found in B, so clearly X will not found in A. Then what can we say? X does not belong to A. So here X does not belong to, X belongs to C and X does not belong to A. Since X belongs to C and X does not belong to A, it means X belongs to C minus A. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. So what we say, x belongs to C minus B and x belongs to C minus A. It means therefore we can say C minus B is subset of C minus A. This was to prove. This was to prove. So this was very simple question. So today we have solved up to question number 5. In next lecture we shall see question number 6 onward. Till then, God bless you and thank you very much.